Joining us now with more on this video is Ryan Mauro. He's a national security analyst for the Clarion Project and a professor of counterterrorism at Liberty University. Thanks so much for joining us. All right, the moment this video was released by ISIS, intelligence agencies sprang into action to validate it. Is there any reason to believe this isn't al-Baghdadi?
At this time, no. We should assume that it is him.
All right. Listen, not uncommon for terror leaders to have doubles. So a lot of different scenarios, a lot of questions people are asking. So what is it that intel agencies look for as they do work to verify that it's him?
Well, they're going to try to identify who was with him. They'll be trying to see, based on his background, if there's any type of indication as to his location. There probably won't be. But I must say, overall, when I look at this video, what I see is a loser in denial. Honestly, because what you're going to see happen over the next few days is you're going to hear a lot of reports about ISIS chatter increasing. They're going to be excited that Baghdadi has appeared, that he's not dead, and that he's claiming credit for what happened in Sri Lanka and saying it's retaliation for the fall of Baghdadi. But in reality, if you actually look at the video or read the descriptions, you'll see that he's handed documents talking about different ISIS branches to try to make it sound like he controls them. He's trying to make it sound as if he can just push a button and then something will happen around the world, as if he's in control. But he clearly isn't. And so to me, I think anyone with critical thinking, or to an ISIS supporter that's having some doubts, it's going to come off like a bit like spin, a bit like the actions of a loser. I don't think it's going to actually instill confidence in anyone.
So 18 minutes worth of a video here and some audio too. First time in 5 years that we've seen al-Baghdadi. However, there have been alleged audio recordings of him before. You said that this seems like spin. Does it seem like desperation because the caliphate is essentially gone?
Yes, I think so. Because he's trying to basically make it sound as if, don't worry, guys, speaking to his audience, this type of thing happens. The war, the jihad against the Crusaders is a long-term battle. This is all normal. But think about ISIS's claim to fame. It was the fact that they seized territory very rapidly, that Baghdadi is the caliph, that he leads a functioning caliphate. He doesn't have any of that now. So he releases this long video that has lots of Islamic scriptures in it to try to come off like a religious authority so that you can't think critically and you just have to trust him. But the spin is very apparent here. The bottom line is your caliphate no longer exists. He's still a threat, of course, and there's a danger of ISIS rebounding. But the bottom line is he cannot effectively argue that the trend is in his favor, and therefore he cannot effectively argue that Allah is blessing what he's pursuing.
Is it suspicious at all that the last part of the video where he actually references the Sri Lanka Easter Sunday suicide bombings, that's audio only? Was it an afterthought? Was it just something that you kind of wanted to slip in there at the end?
I think it's an afterthought. I think that they probably recorded the video and said, we need to do something because you just lost the caliphate. You got to do something to make it appear like momentum is back on your side and you're still functioning despite not controlling any sizable piece of territory. And then they said, okay, well, the Sri Lanka attack happened, so we better take credit for it and make it sound as if, again, that's just Baghdadi pushing a button when that's probably not what actually happened. There's going to be these bands of jihadists around the world who want to die because they think that that's how they get entry into paradise, and they're going to attach themselves to whatever the popular brand is at that moment, and in this case it was ISIS. It's not like he actually controls this well-organized international army, but that's what he wants the audience to think.
All right, Ryan Mauro, national security analyst for the Clarion Project. We thank you so much for your time.